The city never looked so alive. On Christmas Eve, every street sparkled under golden lights, every house was dressed in decorations, and the sound of bells filled the crisp winter air. But instead of joining the crowd outside, I wanted solitude. My apartment was warm, lit only by the glowing Christmas tree in the corner. I poured myself a glass of wine, stepped onto the balcony, and watched the snow descend from the heavens. The first sip burned softly in my chest, filling me with warmth. Yet even in that quiet beauty, I felt something missing. My heart whispered a single thought: I wish she were here. And then, almost like magic, the door opened. She stepped in, brushing snow from her hair, cheeks flushed pink from the cold. My girlfriend looked radiant, wrapped in a red sweater that matched the Christmas spirit. Her eyes sparkled the moment they fell on me, sitting there with a glass in hand. "So this is your Christmas plan," she teased, "wine without me." I chuckled, raising the glass. "I was only waiting for you. The party doesn't start until you arrive." Her smile widened as she walked over, picked up another glass, and poured herself some wine. "Then let's celebrate properly. Tonight belongs to us." We clinked our glasses, and just like that, the night transformed. The night of magic. She put on soft Christmas music, and soon we were in the living room, dancing near the glowing tree. At first I was stiff, pretending I couldn't dance, but she pulled me closer, her laughter melting away my hesitation. Slowly we moved to the rhythm, her head resting gently against my chest. "Do you know," she whispered, "that the only gift I want this Christmas is you?" I tightened my arms around her, kissed her forehead, and for a long moment we simply swayed, our hearts speaking louder than any words. Hours slipped away like minutes. We played card games, shared old stories, and even sneaked out to the balcony again, wrapped in one blanket, sipping wine as the snow fell endlessly. Time didn't exist, there was only us. And then she surprised me. From her bag, she pulled out a small velvet box. "I wasn't sure if I should give this to you tonight, but," she hesitated, her cheeks blushing, "I think this is the right moment." Inside was a silver bracelet, our initials engraved side by side. My throat tightened. "You didn't have to," I began, but she cut me off. "I wanted to because you're mine, and this is a piece of us." I hugged her, overwhelmed. That gift, simple yet priceless, became my most treasured possession. We talked until dawn about everything: our dreams, our fears, our future together. And by the time the first rays of sunlight touched the snow-covered streets, we were still awake, still holding on to each other. Christmas morning. The smell of pancakes woke me up. I rubbed my eyes and found her in the kitchen, wearing my shirt, humming a Christmas song as she cooked. "Breakfast in bed," I teased, walking over. She turned and grinned. "Not just breakfast, a Christmas breakfast. You're lucky I love you enough to cook." We ate together, laughing, feeding each other bites like two kids in love. For a moment I thought life couldn't be more perfect, but then her phone rang. She looked at the screen and her smile faded. "It's my mom." She answered hesitantly, "Yes, Mom, I'm with him." Her mother's voice was so loud I could hear it across the room. She was angry, furious. "You spent Christmas night with him without telling us. Come home immediately." Tears filled her eyes. She hung up, turning to me. "They don't approve of us, they never did, and now," her voice broke, "they'll make it worse." I held her hands firmly. "Hey, we'll face this together, you're not alone." The family storm. That afternoon we went to her parents' house. Her father's face was stern, her mother cold. "You're ruining your future with him," her mother snapped. "He's not the kind of man we want for you." Her father added sharply, "If you choose him, you lose us." The room felt heavy, but she stood tall, her fingers locked with mine. "Then I choose him," she said, her voice trembling but strong, "because he is my happiness, and if you can't see that, I'm sorry." Her parents stared at us in silence. The rejection stung, but in that moment I realized something: love isn't easy. It demands courage, sacrifice, and sometimes even pain. We walked out together, hand in hand, the snow crunching under our feet. She was crying softly, but I pulled her close. "They may not understand now," I whispered, "but one day they will. Until then, it's just you and me, and that's enough." She nodded, resting her head on my shoulder. A Christmas promise. That night, back in my apartment, we sat by the window, watching the snow once again. The world outside was silent, but inside it was filled with warmth and love. She looked at me and said, "Promise me one thing, no matter what happens, no matter who stands against us, you'll never let go." I held her hand, kissed it gently, and whispered, "I swear, this Christmas I give you my forever." And as the snow continued to fall, covering the world in white, I knew one thing for certain: this was more than just a holiday. This was the beginning of a love story that would last a lifetime.